the butcher buying steaks, he weighed my order and whispered, "Someone's been asking about customers who buy this cut weekly. I've been buying ribeyes from Tony's butcher shop every Thursday for 6 years. Same cut, same weight, same small talk. Tony knows my order before I walk through the door. It's become part of my routine. But today, when he set the steaks on the scale, his face looked different, tight, worried. 2 pounds. Like always, he said loudly enough for others to hear. Then he leaned across the counter and whispered, "Someone's been asking about customers who buy this cut weekly." My stomach dropped. What do you mean? He glanced toward the windows. Guy came in Tuesday. Said he was doing market research for a new shop. Wanted to know about regulars, what they buy, when they come in. Tony shook his head. His questions felt off. Asked if anyone bought the same thing every week at the same time. Asked for names, addresses if I had them. Did you give him mine? I didn't give him anything. Tony wrapped the steak slowly. But he's been sitting in that white sedan across the street for 2 hours, watching the door, writing things down. I turned and saw it through the window. White sedan with tinted windows, parked directly across from the shop. Someone was definitely in the driver's seat. Tony's jaw tightened. You're the third person this week who buys the same thing on the same day. The other 2 haven't come back yet. My blood went cold. What do you mean? Jake came every Monday for ground chuck. Same order for 3 years. Missed this week. Sarah bought chicken every Wednesday for meal prep. Didn't show yesterday. He paused. I called them. Jake's phone goes straight to voicemail. Sarah's number is disconnected. I stared at the wrapped steaks. My hands started shaking. I stared at the wrapped steaks in his hand. Did you call them? Jake's phone goes straight to voicemail. Sarah's number is disconnected. The bell above the door chimed. A man walked in wearing a baseball cap, pulled low, and sunglasses despite the overcast weather. He didn't look at the meat, just stood near the door, pretending to read the menu board. Tony's eyes flicked toward him, then back to me. That's him, he mouthed silently. My heart started pounding. What do I do? Tony raised his voice back to normal. You know what? These cuts aren't fresh enough for you. Let me grab something better from the back. He disappeared through the swinging doors, leaving me standing alone with the man by the door. I pulled out my phone and pretended to check messages. From the corner of my eye, I watched the man slowly move closer to the counter. He was looking directly at me now. Tony came back carrying a different package, but I could see his other hand tucked behind his back, gripping something. Here, this prime cut is what you really want. On the house. The man by the door shifted his weight. His hand went to his jacket pocket. That's when Tony pulled a meat cleaver from behind his back and slammed it into the cutting board. The crack echoed through the entire shop. You gonna buy something or just keep watching my customers? The man froze. Tony didn't blink. I've been doing this for 30 years. I know when someone's casing my shop. The man's hand slowly came out of his pocket. Empty. I'm just browsing. Then browse somewhere else. The man stared at Tony for a long moment, then turned and walked out. Through the window, I watched him get into the white sedan and drive away. Tony kept the cleaver on the counter. You need to be careful. What's going on? A few weeks ago, trafficking ring got busted up north. They targeted people with predictable routines. Solo shoppers, same time every week. You think that's what this is? Someone's been watching, taking notes on who comes in alone, who follows patterns. Should we call the police? Already did. Filed a report yesterday, but without proof, there's not much they can do. Tony pushed the steaks across. Take these. Go straight home. Change your routine. Different times, different days. What about you? He patted the cleaver. I'm good, but tell anyone else who shops here regularly. I headed for the door, checking over my shoulder. As I reached my car, my phone buzzed. Unknown number. We know where you live. I dropped the steaks and ran back inside. Tony was already calling 911. Police arrived in 8 minutes. They traced the text to a burner phone, found the sedan abandoned 6 blocks away. Laptop in the trunk with surveillance photos of Tony's shop. Photos of me, of Jake, of Sarah, all timestamped with our exact arrival and departure times over the past month. Jake and Sarah were found 2 days later in a warehouse basement. They'd been grabbed in parking lots after leaving the shop. The ring had been operating across 3 counties, targeting people with predictable routines. I still buy from Tony. Random days now, random times, never alone. He installed cameras covering the parking lot, keeps a list of regulars and checks in when someone misses their visit. Last week he texted, "Haven't seen the Thursday ribeye lady in a while. You good? I'm the Tuesday ribeye lady now. See you tomorrow." He sent back a thumbs up. Smart girl.